So I have a surprise for Gritty.
Oh boy.
Uh, there's a particular show that began this week,
Yes.
and
Yes.
I watched most of it last night,
Yes.
and that Gritty has given me the suggestion, which I am going to be taking, that we are going to be reviewing the final season. That feels good saying that the final
Only
season
the second and final.
this is actually the fifth season.
Oh, is it the fifth?
This is the fifth season.
How the hell did they make it that far?
I have no idea of Star Trek Discovery.
Whoop.
So, Pat, have you ever seen Star Trek Discovery?
I've never seen a Star Trek. I've never seen any of them. What are the
Okay.
other?
You should be
Oh,
very grateful. Oh, the Next Generation, Enterprise,
Star
No.
Wars, do you
Kirk.
mean?
Star Wars. I've never seen a Star Wars, and I've never seen a Star Trek episode. I've
Okay.
seen nothing.
All right.
You're lucky.
Really? Here, I thought
Yeah.
you were going to be a fan the way he was talking.
Well, I think we should fill the audience into why I'm happy about this.
Oh, okay.
So, I've been a Star Trek fan for a very long time, beginning when I was a kid, and along after all these years, along came Star Trek Discovery, and it is abysmal. It is, for those that know me, know my politics, dwell on the left of the spectrum, but I do have to just use the slang of the day and say that the USS Discovery is the woke Titanic. We've got all kinds of things going on, a lot of identity. I don't know if I'd call it identity politics, but the
A lot of
highlighting of different identities
a lot of
and
feelings, all feelings.
a lot of discussions about feelings and entire episodes devoted to the feelings of the starship's crew the night before they go into battle. um yeah it um I don't know. Yeah, I do know it's just awful. The captain of the ship, Michael Burnham, who's a female, um, is her character is just written as this reckless individual that does not adhere to the rules. Now, people would object and say, well, Captain Kirk broke the rules and Captain Picard, all the captains have. Um, but no one has done it with as much impunity as Michael Burnham.
Just utter disregard.
Yeah, utter disregard, and then lecture people like the Federation president as to not to upstage her on the bridge of her own ship.
Wow.
It's it's just an exercise in nonsense. So anyway, so I again, I don't know why I like torturing myself. I have this thought in my head that said perhaps this last season might be the one. And I very quickly consumed the same BS that they've been shoveling out for the last 4 seasons. So basically, what they're doing is the same thing that they did in, I believe it was season 3, where there was they were trying to figure out what was it again? I think it was why they couldn't use warp drive or something like that. And they identified because well, just to catch you up a little bit, the USS Discovery starts in the time, generally in the time of Kirk, but they get launched way into the future, and they have this special ship that has another drive other than a warp drive, and so they're trying to figure out this mystery as to why they can't use the warp drive in this time period. And the whole season is this one storyline is trying to get to the bottom of what happened. And what it came down to was that there was this entity on this planet that whose mother was killed in some way somehow, and this whole cataclysm that happened was this creature having a temper tantrum,
Oh God.
and its cries of grief and sorrow is what created the cataclysm across the galaxy.
How beautiful.
Yeah,
So lame.
it was a very yet another humongous disappointment. So anyway, so what they're doing this season is there is a Romulan ship that is shown up from, I think, 600 years ago. And on this Romulan ship with its 600-year-old dead is a Romulan puzzle box, which contains some kind of technology that, if in the wrong hands, could destroy everything.
Of course.
Of course. And it's going to take us all season to finally know what that technology is.
Can't wait to see what kind of letdown they're gonna give you.
So as we start, I'm just gonna for those that might watch it. I don't know if anyone does.
Literally nobody.
I've never met anybody who has, but yeah, it begins by them talking that they're going to mothball the ship with it's called a spore drive, and what it needs is, it can just transport like from one location like across the galaxy to another. But what it does is it needs like a quote unquote driver. And the one character, Paul, who's the engineer, hooks himself into this thing and navigates the ship through this array of conduits through the galaxy from place to place. And so Paul's actually going to be put into retirement. And he was kind of lamenting that will he have a purpose? And of course, the messiah of the ship, Captain Burnham, looks at Paul with, her face of wisdom and assures him that you will find a new purpose, Paul. It's just the character is just so damn arrogant. I can't stand it. And so the new costumes for the captains, they rolled these out at this formal affair shortly after the beginning of the show. Is everybody looks like they have a priest collar. So not only do we write Captain Michael Burnham as a Messiah character, now she's wearing a collar. And so apparently these people walk in with very stern faces, and they say that we need the crew to go out, and she's I forgot what her reason was. And mind you, I really tried to stay awake during the whole thing, but I kept dozing off. Um, she was kind of reluctant to bring the crew out in the ship, and they said, "Well, Captain Burnham, it's a red directive." And she says, "I'll get my crew."
Oh Lord.
I don't know what a red directive is.
They didn't even explain it.
No, but it's
It's
serious.
supposed to be serious.
This is a red directive, and so they go. This Romulan ship has been identified, and they need to recover this Romulan puzzle box before anyone else does. But lo and behold, there is this couple that are known for their acquisitions throughout the galaxy, and they're there first. And Michael shows up with the USS Discovery, and another captain is on his way, and he wants to. He shows up, and he's got their ship and with the what do you call that thing? The tractor beam. And she's like, "No, your ship is gonna blow up. No, you've got to let them go." And he's like, "I'm not gonna let them go. They're going to get away. No, you gotta let them." Now, mind you, the way that she got on the ship is that they transported her on the top of these people's ship, and she was surfing on top of their ship as they went into warp.
Yeah, okay.
And she's going, "Woo, yeah, woo," like really. And so finally the other captain relents, and they lose him. So this is I don't swear on my show, but for this, I'm just giving you an alert of strong language. We are going to track the fuck ups of Captain Burnham, and this is fuck up number one
Oh Lord.
for the season, that they got away. And the admiral's pissed at her, and the guy, I don't know who this guy is, that he always shows up when there's something serious and secret. He's pissed at her, and who's gonna bail her out but her boyfriend?
Of course.
Her boyfriend, who's an excellent, well, some people might call him a pirate, but yeah, she's gonna bring him back into the story, and he's gonna bail her. He's gonna find that ship. And so then we get the reunion between Captain Burnham and her boyfriend, and I can't even remember the character's name at this time. Um, but the whole reunion was just corny.
I
It
would
was just
imagine.
corny. And it starts off by her looking at him very, with her look, and saying, "I hear you're doing a good job with those refugees." He's relocating refugees, right? Yeah. So anyway, I know this is kind of getting long. There's just so much ridiculousness. They go off to this planet, um, looking for this artificial sentient being who kind of looks like Commander Data from the Star Trek: The Next Generation, whose name is Fred.
Okay.
We found
Very,
Fred. And Book, that's his name. That's the boyfriend's name. And at one point, as the episode is wrapping up, I think she says to him, or he says to her, "Yeah, I really should have called when we were apart." And then Captain Burnham says, "I'm not sure that I know how to be around you anymore."
Oh God.
And then shortly after that, they're going on to this next step of trying to, solve this mystery of this technology. The episode says, there's a close up on Captain Berman's face, and she says, "Let's fly."
Wow.
That's some good writing.
Yeah, you can say that again.
So, yeah. Yep, that's what we got so far. They brought Tilly. I wasn't sure if they're going to bring Tilly back.
Who's
Tilly
the one with the
was
wigs?
the one with the wigs. I don't know what happened to them. They were not in this episode.
That is crazy.
And there was another character that appeared to be non-binary, and I don't know where that character even came from.
Oh, they're getting rid of the non-binaries?
No, the one with the wigs partner is still there.
Okay.
But now there's this other, and I don't know if there's other characters non-binary or not, but I don't know who that character is. And
Who
I'm
they
not
are.
curious enough to look at last season.
Have fun with this.
So that's the way we're beginning.
Sounds like a strong
oh,
intro to the season.
Well, I brought Tilly in. Now Tilly, I'm not saying that this is why they put her in there, but I have a feeling it is. She's a bigger girl, a bigger woman.
Okay.
And she was one of the characters I really liked.
Good.
Well, in her debut in this first episode of this final season, she was a bit whiny, and the way that they had her costuming was very frumpy.
Oh,
and
not flattering.
Not flattering at all. And so I just want to give a shout out to Tilly that you deserved more.
You deserve better.
You deserve better. So, Pat, is this something that you think you would watch?
No, not at all. I'm looking at it on Google right now to see what
Absolutely
you're
not.
talking about.
Uh-huh.
Tilly was an ambitious female human Starfleet officer who lived during the mid-23rd century. She served aboard the USS Discovery while still a cadet in 2256.
Wow.
Later commissioned as an ensign. So we're talking about 2256, huh?
Yes.
That's right.
Wow.
But now she's I'm not sure what year they're in now, but like fast forward like 900 years or something like that.
Yeah.
What a show.
What a show. Yeah. And,
She says, I never met a female named Michael before.
Me neither.
Suits you? No, I'll call you Mickey. I think that's more approachable.
Uh-oh, don't say that in a Star Trek. You'll hurt their feelings.
Wow.
It's all about their feelings on that show.
So what network carries this, Rich?
it's on Paramount Plus.
Only the best. Only the best is on Paramount Plus. Love it.
Oh, okay. No, I have never seen one episode of this.
We actually pay to watch this nonsense.
Don't you love it? It's not even network television.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as Gritty knows, I was very pleased with the first season of Strange New Worlds, which is a prequel to the original Star Trek. And the second season, they're just going down they just moved over to the same slide as they're playing on at USS Discovery. And the second to the last episode of last season was a musical.
Oh god.
Oh my gosh.
I know everybody was happy about that.
I guess yeah, I guess the fan base. Apparently the fan base has changed quite a bit. Fan base was very pleased with the musical.
Ugh.
So
Sounds like you're in for a fun ride for the season.
yes, we're in it for a fun ride.